You're right. I started November 1st as president and CEO of MIC and MSF. Before that, I had been president and SVIA and ROVA, the four-wheel categories, and then I'd been general counsel for all four. So my time with MIC goes back to 2014 as an employee, and before that as outside counsel. So I felt like I'd seen some things. I thought I had been around and seen some strange occurrences, but clearly the past few months have been different. To the good, I think they present amazing new opportunities for our organizations and our members. So I'm excited about that. Looking forward to what things look like when we come out the other side. I'm confident that we're going to be better. I actually think lots and lots of businesses are going to be a whole lot better coming out the other side of this, because you're going to have to be in order to make it through and actually be a strong organization on the other side. I make no attempts at predicting the future. My track record of picking stocks demonstrates that I am 50-50 at best. So what we're doing here on our end is essentially scenario planning for different likely outcomes, and then looking for where there's overlap between those different scenarios. So then well, this work's got to get done because this is common to all of them. And then we'll play our cards as carefully as we can as we deal with some of the upcoming developments is that we see, in the month of May and June. We're going to know a whole lot more by the time we get to July 1st.
And speaking of July 1st, Rob, your crown jewel AMA Vintage Days is still scheduled to go off in July as planned?
Yeah, we're evaluating now what we're doing, talking with the sports car course to determine what the best. I'm optimistic, but I have a hard time believing that the county health department there is going to let us have an event such as VMD. I mean, it's just such a well-attended event, and there are a lot of people. And I think in a lot of ways, I think the health departments won't understand what that event, what event is. They just think there's a lot of people crammed into a small space and don't really realize that, I don't know that the risk is that high, but certainly the clientele that comes to VMD is could be considered into one of the vulnerable categories. So, we're hopeful, but we haven't canceled the event or postponed it yet, and we're having those discussions as we speak. But we're going to do what we can. I mean, it's such a great event. I'd hate to lose it off our calendar for sure.
In Germany, they've changed the laws for trade shows to be exempt from mass gatherings, and there's certain protocol, but there is documentation in place. And Bob Althoff has presented that to the governor. So hopefully that pays off in favor of BMD, but it's going to be so close to the wire that
it will be. Yeah.
So a little bit more background on yourself, Rob, and how long you've been with AMA.
Yeah, so I am about halfway through my 14th year as president and CEO of the AMA, but I did run the Washington, D.C. office for the AMA in the 90s. So I have a total of probably over 18 years now working for the AMA, not concurrent, but a good part of my life is spent working for the AMA for sure. Again, I came here at a time when the AMA was in pretty significant transition. There was a lot going on the professional racing side, a lot of controversy associated with racing that created a lot of controversy for the AMA that, as a membership organization, we really don't need controversy. We should be out there helping to promote the motorcycle lifestyle and protect the future of motorcycling. And that's really been my focus, is to narrow the focus of the AMA to ensure that that's what we do. It's important, I think, for the AMA to have a close working relationship with the industry, and certainly from the MIC. I came to the AMA, to the Washington, D.C. office from having my first job in the industry was working for the MIC. I was a government relations specialist and worked out of their Arlington, Virginia office. And it is one of those things that's always frustrated me that we didn't have a closer working relationship with the MIC. And I'm thrilled that, you know, with the new leadership, with Erik, that Erik has really gone out of his way to try to improve the relationship with the AMA. And he came to see me very early on in his tenure, about the time of the AIM Expo in September. And we had a great visit. We aired out a lot of issues and tried to figure out where our friction points might be, and really realized that there really shouldn't be any friction points. And so Erik has been religious about calling me once a month to make sure that we share notes, and we do what we can to help each other as leaders of our respective organizations, but also so that our organizations are helping each other.
As it should be. And Erik, to your credit, when I met with you, when you first got the position officially declared, you said that working with AMA was going to be one of your objectives. And you've lived up to that, despite the whole world and the COVID crisis and stuff. We are now working with AMA like we've never have in the past, which is pretty amazing.